Travel like a jet setter, but plan like a diplomat. As folks embark on their summer vacations, you want to ensure you do so safely. Let's welcome Carrie Pasquarello, CEO and co-founder of Global Secure Resources, who's here with some excellent tips. Good to have you.
Wonderful to be here. Thank you so much for inviting me.
Yeah, and you've also brought some excellent products as well that I think everyone should have in their collection. First of all, what inspired you to talk about global travel security?
Right. Well, I ended up moving to Europe for approximately a year, and that morphed into 12 years of living and working abroad. And so after returning home, I took all the strategies, tools, and techniques that I learned over the years, including my time that I worked at the State Department at the embassy, and really developed a plan to keep American citizens safer as they travel the world.
And when you talk about government travel, you're talking about really lockdown security, things that you need to be aware, situational awareness, things like that. Let's go through some of these items that you've brought, because I've never seen some of these things before.
Yes, and also, just to begin, I always like to start with 3 questions that every traveler should answer before they take off for traveling. And the first is, you want to make sure that you understand the emergency number of wherever you're going. For instance, if you're going to Rome, you want to know it's 112. The next question that I always ask is, do you know about the Smart Traveler program? And this is called the STEP program. It's put on by the State Department, and this is phenomenal. It's a free program for all of our American citizens to sign up. You put your itinerary, you put your passport information in, and then what they'll do is push notifications out to you if there's any type of issues with civil unrest, any crime trends, or perhaps any natural disasters coming your way. Once again, keeping you prepared and understanding what's happening in your community, all for free.
I bet a lot of people watching this have never even heard of this before.
That's true, because a lot of the people I ask don't, and so I always say these are some of the questions. So the last one is, I want to make sure that people are confirming their medical coverage overseas, and this is a really important thing that everybody should just call and confirm and make sure you're set. And then I go one step further. I add in medjet. And medjet is a phenomenal program that actually protects you, and it will do hospital-to-hospital transfers. And one of the #1 reasons for American citizens to end up in the hospital while they're traveling is from simple trips and falls. And so you want to make sure that you can get home to your family, be safe and secure, and that's your 24-hour hotline for safety if you're ever involved with an accident overseas.
Right, so medjet you can use anywhere in the world.
That's correct, right.
And let's just talk about a quick scenario. So let's say you trip and fall, you break your leg, you want to go back home, and you're somewhere in Europe. So you call up the number, and what do they do? So
medjet will take over for coordinating the transfer from one hospital to your hospital back home. And another thing that many people don't think about is, what if you don't speak the language? What if you don't understand what the doctor is telling you about your stay in the hospital? Medjet actually will call, and you can actually have a translator that will help you understand everything that's going on.
And you will have supervision from a qualified nurse or doctor while you're being transported to the other hospital?
Absolutely.
At a cost, if you didn't have this would cost hundreds of thousands of dollars out of pocket.
Absolutely. In fact, just recently we've had a number of cases where they were transported back from Europe, from Asia. Some of these costs could be up to $250,000 to get your loved one home, but with an annual plan with medjet, a family plan, maybe $350. It's amazing. Just call, make sure you're checking.
We've got a lot of stuff to get through. I want to make sure that we talk about some of these things. What are these little, they look like USB little thumb drives.
Okay, so we have to be secure with our data. So let's say you're traveling around and your phone is going dead, and you need to stop and plug in your phone to make sure that you have enough battery life. Well, if somebody maliciously put malware into that juice station,
which we've been hearing about at the airports.
Juice jacking. This is a data blocker. So you put that at the end of your phone, you plug it in, you're able to charge your phone without losing your data or letting the criminals in. So important.
Brilliant. This thing is a great idea. Tell us more about that.
So this is our Wander Safe. Now this actually pairs with your phone. It's a Bluetooth. And what happens if you're in an emergency situation, you can push the button and it will send an emergency notification to your emergency contacts with a GPS location of where you are, with a message saying, I'm in need of help, and you can call your friend or your loved one and just check on them, see where they are. If they don't answer, at least you have a place to start looking for them.
We only have about 30 seconds left.
Sure.
We're running out of time.
Yes.
But I also want to point this out. This is something that you can wear under your clothes. You can put your wallet, your other valuables, your passport, and so forth.
Yes, crime is a billion-dollar industry. We need to keep our passport safe, make sure that we have our money, our cell phone, all secure, and the stash ban is that.
Your book.
Yes, okay. So for parents who are sending their children off to study abroad, I want them to be able to educate their children before they leave. Yeah. And this book has everything that I do for our individual travel assessments, our student safety assessments. It's the how to send your child abroad so that they're successful and they come home with amazing stories.
And they come home safely.
Safely. That is the key.
That book and this thing.
Yes.
You should just have this anyways. I want to thank you so much, Carrie, for joining us. Wonderful products. And we're going to direct everyone to your website, too, for more information.
Wonderful. Thank you again.